Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing my November TBR, but welcome on in if you are new. My name is Christina. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you are not new, welcome back. But like I said, we're going to be choosing my November TBR today. I'm very excited. I have a lot of books that I want to get to in November. I'd like to get to some more of like my autumnal books, but also start getting to some of my Christmassy winter books. I am so excited. Literally November and December are some of my favourite months of the year. I love Christmas so much, so if I'm picking Christmas books in this video, what are you gonna do about it? But let's start off with talking about the new releases in November. So there are two that I know that 100% are coming out that I would like to get to. The first book is Winds of Darkness by Melissa K. Roerich. If you did not know, I loved the Lady of Darkness series. I read it in June, July and August. No, July, August and September. I read that series and absolutely loved it, but they are coming out with a collection of the two novellas in this world, which I didn't read when I read the series, so I'm very excited to get my hands on that. And the other new release, which I'm so excited for, is Fallen Stars by Imane Eru. If you did not know, Heavenly Bodies was one of my favourite reads of the year. I read it back in January and I absolutely loved it. It's like a 6-star read for me. As soon as I finished it, I knew I had to do a whole journal spread. This is one of my favourite books. I'm going to be doing the audiobook very soon, so I'm very much excited to get to Fallen Stars, and honestly it will be one that I will have to pick up as soon as it arrives at my house. But enough of that, let's go on to choosing my November TBR. So this is my current state of my TBR cart. I do have some stacks of books on the floor, but these are kind of the books that are on my radar for now. So let's start picking our prompts. Prompt number 1. Okay, so our first prompt is a book that has a cartoon cover. Okay, I have some that I'm really excited about that do have cartoony covers. So we could go for Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. This is a Christmassy one. We could go for that kind of works. We could go for The Gingerbread Bakery by Laurie Gilmore. We could go with Love Like Farms. We could go with Breaking Point by Mads Rafferty. Let's go for Breaking Point by Mads Rafferty. So I have heard a lot about her fantasy series and I've heard some really good things about this, and I did end up starting this actually in July, but I never got around to finishing it, and I was like, okay fine, I'll just save it for November, December then, and I finally bought the physical copy. So this is a ice hockey romance where our hockey star is going through dealing with grief of, I think, a family member. I feel like it's maybe a brother or something, but she is looking for a better job and she ends up getting a job as his assistant. And this is like how far I got in, but I also know that this is a fake dating ice hockey romance book, so I'm very excited to read this. So this is book 1 in the Ice Hawk series, and I'm so excited to read this. So let's put book number 1, Breaking Point by Mads Rafferty, on my TBR. Okay, let's choose prompt number 2. Okay, prompt number 2 is a book that you've been avoiding. Okay. There's so many books I've been avoiding though. Wrath of the Dragon, This Monster of Mine, The Ornithologist Field of Guide to Love, The Inadequate Heir, Tourist Virtues. We've got so many options. Dead Romantics. Should we go for the Dead Romantics? So I actually have 2 editions of this book because this is a stunning edition and I had to buy it and I already had the paperback. So we're gonna go for the Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I've been avoiding this book like the plague. I've had this book for over a year now. I got it straight after I read The 7-Year Slip and absolutely loved it. And I know this is another one that a lot of people love. I think in this book we are following a ghostwriter and she meets her new editor, but then I think the day after her new editor shows up as at her door, but he's actually a ghost. So I'm very, very excited to read this, and this will obviously get 2 books onto the shelves and off the cart. So let's go for The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston as book number 2. Also, I don't know whether I mentioned, but I'm going to choose 8 books. Okay, so let's choose prompt number 3. Okay, prompt number 3 is a Kindle Unlimited book. Okay, we've got quite a few options. I actually have one that I really want to read on KU, which isn't on my physical TBR. But we could go with one that's on my physical TBR, but I know is also on KU. I think we might do that instead. So books on my TBR that I know are also on KU. We have Wonderstruck by Holly Jukes. We have, I know Face Off is, I know A Promise of Blood is, I know Eden is. I think let's go for Wonderstruck by Holly Jukes. I've been putting this book off for so long since it came out. I have read all her other books and I really did enjoy all of them. The first book in the series was actually like a 4.5 star read for me. I absolutely loved our first book, which was Starstruck, and I loved her other 2 books, which were the Probability series. I really enjoyed them as well, and both of them were 4-star reads. So I just need to kind of read this book, and I don't know why I've been putting it off, but I have. But also this cover is so pretty. Like, it's gorgeous. But this is Wonderstruck by Holly Jukes. So I'm pretty sure she's an ice skater and he's a hockey player. But I know at the end of book 1 something happens to her dad, and we are following on from that event. So I'm very, very excited to pick this up. So let's put this on my TBR as book number 3, our Kindle Unlimited rec. Okay, let's choose prompt number 4. The TBR so far is looking so good. Okay, we have A Small Town. A Small Town. A Small Town. We have 2 options, because I'm pretty sure Holiday Ever After is a small town. But we also have The Gingerbread Bakery, which I know is a small town because this is book 5 in the Dream Harbour series. I want to read both. I think we'll go for The Gingerbread Bakery because this will continue a series for me, and obviously it is a Christmassy book. So this is The Gingerbread Bakery by Laura Gilmore. This is book 5 in the Dream Harbour series. I don't actually know who... Oh, we're following Annie, who owns the bakery, and Mac, who's the bar owner. I've been waiting for this story since book 1, so I don't know why I didn't realise this was their book. Why have I not read this yet? This is going on the TBR immediately. Okay, let's choose prompt number 5. Okay, prompt number 5 is an anticipated release. So we could go for Winds of Darkness, we could go for The Fallen Stars, or we could go with a new release which I have been anticipating and just haven't read. So for them options, we do have Holiday Ever After, we have Alchemy of Secrets. I really want to get to that. We also have, I just picked it up today, let me grab it. Or we could go for Good Spirits by B.K. Morrison, which as I'm filming this, it came out yesterday. So I went to pick up my copy this morning. So we could go for Good Spirits as well. So really we're between Holiday Ever After, Alchemy of Secrets, or Good Spirits. Out of all of them, my most anticipated read is 100% Alchemy of Secrets. This book I'm so excited for. I love the Caraval series. I love the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. This is obviously her first dive into adult fantasy, and I'm very, very excited. I don't know too much about this. I think it takes place in an old movie theatre, but like I said, I don't know too much. This is the Waterstones edition, but I really, really want to read this, and this will technically also get 2 books off my TBR because I have the Waterstones edition, but it is also going to be in my October Fairy Loot box. Let's read Alchemy of Secrets as our anticipated release. Okay, let's choose prompt number 6. The TBR is generally looking so good, like, oh, so good. Okay, prompt number 6 is the TBR just got less good. The longest book on your TBR. Okay, I'm gonna do off like my immediate TBR rather than like off my whole TBR, because like I said, these are the ones I'm most in the mood for. So the longest ones look like maybe Wrath of the Dragon could be the longest, which wouldn't be bad because I want to get to this. Okay, this is 513. Maybe Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I also want to get to this. Yeah, this one's longer. This is 533. So far we're reading Bury Our Bones. Oh, we have a new winner. The Inadequate Heir by Danielle L. Jensen is over 500 and it's 545. So I don't think these are quite long enough, these ones. No. Okay. It looks like the book we are going for is The Inadequate Heir by Danielle L. Jensen. I have been putting this book off for so long. I loved the first 2 books in this series, but in my mind, because they're different duologies, I don't have to read them so close together, but I have to read this book and the next book close together. So honestly, I just need to get to it. So let's read The Inadequate Heir by Danielle L. Jensen as book number 6. Do you know what? The TBR is still looking good. Okay, let's choose prompt number 7. Please give me good prompts. I feel like we've done really well with prompts, to be honest. A blue cover. Okay, this is easy. We could go with Good Spirits, or we could go with Unsteady. Both of them I want to get to. so I'm saying that the whole time. Like, I want to read both of them. I mean, we already have technically 2 ice hockey romances, but we also already have a Christmassy book. And I just got this and I really want to read it. Yeah, let's go for Good Spirits by B.K. Morrison. This is the book we're choosing for a book with a blue cover. I'm pretty sure what I know of this is he is like the ghost of Christmas past, and she's a good person, but she's a people pleaser. But they don't know why he is meant to be helping her. But this is Good Spirits and I'm so excited. Also, the sprayed edge is gorgeous, but I really want to read this. I read First Time Caller back in February or March and absolutely loved it. So I really want to read more B.K. Morrison. I do have her other book on my TBR, but let's go for Good Spirits as book number 7 on my November TBR. Okay, we are choosing a lot of Christmassy books and I'm not mad about it. Let's choose our 8th and final prompt. Okay, prompt number 8 is a book cover that you love. Oh, this is a good prompt. Okay, what would I like to get to? And I love the cover. I mean, I love the cover of Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood. I wanted to get to this in October, but I do not think I'm going to be getting around to it in the next... There's literally a week left of October. And I do not think I'll be getting around to this in the end. But I really want to read this. The cover is gorgeous. I'm so excited to read this. I think we'll just go for this. Honestly, I have so many other books that I really love the covers of, like House of Blight is gorgeous. But I think let's go for Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood. This is a spin-off of Rewitched. So that's the first book. I loved it. I gave the first book like 4.5 and this is technically a spin-off, but basically we're following Annie, who loves pink and magic and baking, and she always devotes her powers to pleasing others, but she's tasked by her coven to mentor a troubled teenage witch. The owner of where she's staying with the teenage witch is a grumpy, handsome owner. Let's go for this. I'm so excited to read this. If you can hear outside, they've just decided to start cleaning the roads outside my house right now. But let's go for book number 8 on my TBR for the month. Is going to be Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood. I'm so excited to read this. And I know technically I'm holding 9, but it's because I have 2 copies of one of them. So, the books I'm going to be reading in the month of November are Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood, Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, The Inadequate Heir by Danielle Jensen, Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber, The Gingerbread Bakery by Laura Gilmore, Wonderstruck by Holly Duke, The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, and finally Breaking Point by Mads Rafferty. I am seriously so excited about this TBR. We have so many I am seriously so excited about this TBR. We have so many like Christmassy books, but also we have a couple autumnal books that I would really like to get to. So this honestly looks like a dream TBR. My prediction is I will read 7 of the books on my TBR. That's my guess. So I didn't tell you how I did with my October TBR. As of right now, like I said, there is currently a week left of October, but I've currently read 4 out of the 8 books on that TBR, and I am actually planning to read 1 other. So hopefully out of my October TBR I would have read 5 out of 8 of the books, which is so much better than I normally even do on my TBRs. So normally I read like 1 or 2, and we've read 5 out of 8. So I think 8 is going to be our number that we end up doing for TBRs, because I feel like it gives me enough that I can like mood read. I did touch briefly on it last month, but I am going to be doing Bookmas in the month of December. So a lot of these books are going to be books that I'm reading for Bookmas videos. So give yourself a round of applause. I have currently actually made my intro for Bookmas, which no one is going to see. Well, you guys are not going to see till December. I have already showed some people. But I am very, very excited about this TBR. I've not put them in the TBR basket. Let's put them in here. And these are 8 books in my TBR basket that I use literally every month. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!